Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday night 2-meter net of the Ozarks Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on this frequency of 146.970. My name is Greg, and my call sign is KF0LZX. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I'll be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net. Anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. This meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be at a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, November 11th. Saturday breakfast with the OARS Club for the month of October will be at 7:30 a.m. at the Mount Vernon Family Restaurant. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-Star net on Monday night at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970, and the Simplex every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. Another announcement is we've got several new POTA locations in our area. If anyone is interested in POTA, please check the website for new locations in your area or anywhere in southwest Missouri. There, a week ago, they started adding new POTA parks, POTA activation points all over the country. So we've got quite a few new ones in our area. So the net is now being streamed on 59 radio YouTube channels. So if you'd like to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. We'll start off this evening with short time and mobile check-ins. And if anyone's been on here long enough to know me, you know I can't hear very well, and I'm a little dyslexic, so please go slow. And I've got a puppy with a squeaky toy behind me, so it'll be a little challenging. But anyway, we will take mobile or short time check-ins. Please call now. Hearing none, we'll start off with the NetLogger list. Be KC0NSC Thomas out of Springfield. How are you doing this evening?
All right, Greg, I'm doing great. KF0LZX, this is KC0NSC. And been having a fine time. The 10-meter net on the Smart Net on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Has been going great. When you are on the 10-meter net and 10 is open, getting check-ins from places like Nevada and Arizona and such is very exciting. And so it's been a fun time, and I've been enjoying it immensely. Not too much going on over here today, except the weather is just nice. It's my favorite time of year. And that's all I've got for the net right now. KC0NSC, thank you for running the net, and I'll pass it on.
All right, Thomas, thanks for checking in with us, and I need to start checking with some of the other local area clubs and for their nets as well. Maybe start joining some of those because I'm not really too up to date on what all the other clubs are doing, so probably need to get a little more involved with that. So anyway, thanks for joining us this evening. We'll move on down to Wes, AE0OC. Wes, how you doing this evening?
Well, hello, Greg, and everybody on the net. I'm doing all right this evening. Still plugging along on the laser thing. Boy, I'm so close to being ready to start using that thing. Just got to a little bit of duct work left to do, and got everything all hooked up for my air assist, but when I fired it all up, my air compressor has a leak, so I'm gonna have to figure out where it's leaking at, but hopefully it's not the tanks rusted out. I've had that happen before on those cheaper, newer air compressors, but we'll just have to see what it is. But in any case, otherwise, no new news from my uncle. I did find out a few more details, I guess, but it's not really new news. The complication that he was having is, well, first of all, when you say flu to me, I think influenza, but they were meaning that he just had something that is a stomach bug, and I guess when he was throwing up, that he strained enough that it caused a bleed on his brain, and so they're not giving him much chance of survival.
Well, we definitely hate to hear that. Still prayers for him and everybody in the family, but that's definitely not the news we'd like to hear.
Yeah, it's a sad deal. He's been a good uncle to me. When I was a little boy, he just would talk to me about all kinds of stuff, airplanes mostly. He was really big into airplanes, and so just any question I had, boy, he'd go into technical detail with me, which was kind of neat, because usually, most adults at the time would just kind of brush you off, give you a quick short answer and send you on your way. But no, he'd get out the paper and pencil and start drawing out pictures for me and stuff.
Well, definitely sounds like a good uncle, and just a good person in general. Not a lot of people would take the time to do that.
All right, Greg, well, I'm going to let it go back to you, and we'll hopefully get a bunch of check-ins tonight. This is AE0OC, back to KF0LZX, net control.
Well, thanks for checking in this evening, Wes. We appreciate it, and we'll jump on down to Dave, KE6GAE. How you doing this evening, Dave? Well, Dave, you're breaking the squelch, but you don't seem to be getting in.
KF0LZX, this is KE6GAE. Am I getting in now?
Roger, roger. Yep, you're getting in now.
Alright, yeah, I'm having a problem with my headset. Other than that, don't have a whole lot for the net. Thanks for running the net tonight. I'm researching all-star nodes now, and just waiting to get the gateway out to the repeater. Other than that, thanks for running the net tonight, Greg. That's about all I got for the net tonight, so we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave, thanks for taking the time to check in with us. We appreciate it. And we will move on down to John, KB0OU. John, how are you this evening?
KF0LZX, KB0U with the OARS net. I'm doing pretty good there, Greg. Just finished up doing some harvesting of black walnuts. We've got quite a few black walnuts around the house here, and harvested them, and that is, picked them up off the ground, and got them out there soaking, and going to get ready to get the husks off of them, and then shell them, and we package them up and give them away for Christmas and all kinds of stuff. And I'm working out in my shop. I got a new project out there making chess pieces on my lathe and my milling machine. That's making them out of, one set will be made out of aluminum, the other set will be made out of brass to differentiate the teams, if you want to call them that, or the armies. And report on Linda, she got retina surgery on her right eye a couple of weeks ago, and she's already had a couple of exams afterwards, and she's doing fairly well. And they also operated on her other eye while they had her under. They had her completely under to do that, of course. The other eye needed a little bit of straightening up with laser, and they did that. So put her on your prayer list if you got one. That her eyes will be great after a while. It takes a while to heal up. And anyway, that's about it for Exeter, Missouri. Back to you, Greg KF0LZX.
All right, John, thanks for checking in, and definitely prayers for your wife, and I'm sure everybody else will do the same, and prayers for a speedy recovery and a complete recovery for her. Hopefully she'll be better than ever. So thanks again for checking in. And I went ahead and added Sean, seen him on the YouTube feed. So if you're there, Sean, KE0MAD, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening, Greg. Thanks for doing that. This is KE0MAD. I was just sitting back here making up some pieces and parts for when my dipole gets here. I'm going to start making a linked vertical dipole, so I'm kind of making my links right now. Making them a little longer than I need them so I can tune them as I go. I'll start on 10 and work my way out to 20 and see how it turns out. Other than that, pretty good day. Took my lunch break, went and did a quick activation at lunch, and it turned out all right, other than some bonehead CQing right on top of me. Never even asked if the frequency is in use. He just started calling CQ. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks again for doing that. KE0MAD.
Well, thanks for checking in, Sean. Yeah, I'll look forward to when you start getting your linked vertical dipole together. I bet it's going to work great and be pretty effective and really handy. Nice and quick to deploy. And yeah, we talk about trying to be good stewards and do the right thing when we do our POTA activation and radio in general, but it's kind of surprising how many people don't seem to do that. And along with, I don't know about everybody else, but every single activation I've done, there's been the intentional QRMers and everything else going on. So it's kind of a shame. Some people are so miserable that they can't be courteous or want to disrupt somebody else's activation. But anyway, we'll move on, and thanks again for checking in, my friend. I went ahead and added Bob to the list as well if he's already listening. If not, we'll come back around and ask for him. KA0RM. Are you there, Bob?
KF0LZX. I'm here, listening. I wasn't sleeping either, Sean. I was on Craigslist. Well, beautiful day again. Beautiful day. Went over to Taco Tuesday over here at Cubs today. Ron was over there, met us over there, my wife. We done that and then come back, and I finished up my deck over on the north part of it there that I was going to do this fall. Well, I have to replace a bunch of it next spring, but I ain't going to do any more now. I had a chain link fence post that was rusted off. These chain link fences get up here, been up here 18 years, so I guess about time somebody rusted off, so I worked on that on the south end there. And that's about it. A little bit of shower, 6 inches between drops here for about 15 minutes. Wouldn't, like I said, you have to get on your glasses, and that's about it. And also a little update on Marvin. I won't get into details, but he is not feeling real good at all. He's in bed, Clista said, so we need to pray for him. Also, I don't know what kind of crud he's got, but he's about every 15 minutes, 10 minutes to the bathroom, and up chucking and all kinds of stuff. So he's got it pretty bad, so we need to remember him there. And also Linda down there, John, thanks for that. And everybody's sounding pretty good to me there. We'll let you have it. KA0RM, Aurora.
Well, Bob, thanks for checking in this evening. And As always, thanks for being the club president and all the other stuff you do for the club. It is appreciated, and that is the end of the NetLogger list. That's our NetLogger check-ins and the ones I took the privilege of go ahead and adding because I figured they were sitting there waiting. So anyway, we will go ahead and take on-air check-ins. If they'd like to check on over the air, please do so now. Kind of relatively slow, and so I can catch them and get them entered in.
This is November 0 Oscar Charlie Whiskey and 0 OCW Richard in Springfield. No traffic.
Okay, we got N0 OCW. Do we have anybody else?
WA6 Alpha Lima Bravo.
We got WA6 Alpha Lima Bravo. Any more on-air check-ins, please call now.
Greg W0GOD wanted a proxy in.
What was that one again, Wes?
W0GOD, Peter.
Roger that, Peter. Yep, should have caught that one. Roger that. Any other on-air check-ins?
Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Foxtrot.
Repeat one more time again, please.
Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Foxtrot.
All right, we had Richard, and he said no traffic, so I think he's just here for the check-in. Is that correct, Richard? All right, we'll go to Whiskey Alpha 6, Alpha Lima Bravo. It looks like Matthew out of Mount Vernon.
Yes, WA6LB. Good evening, everyone on the net, and thanks for taking net control tonight. And I don't have much anything tonight either. Just thought I'd check in and say hello. Appreciate it. WA6LB.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to stop in and say hi real quick, and hopefully you'll come back next week and check in with us again. And got W0GOD in their proxy den, so we'll go down to K0LAF, Charles out of Republic. How are you doing this evening?
Good evening, Greg, and everyone on the net. Doing okay here. Went out and activated Old Wire Road site this afternoon with Brenda. And Greg, I was wondering when you did it the other day, what you were using for an antenna. Because I think I was at the same location you were, where the three parks come together. And so I was curious what you were using for an antenna.
Yes, I was at the exact same spot, about the only spot, but yeah, I was there at the parking area right off of Wire Road. And yep, you got to stay on the south end of the parking lot to get the threefer, so you don't break the 100-foot rule on the trails. But I was using a 40-meter in-fed half-wave that I had leaned up in the tree down towards the road, then ran it back towards the parking lot, and had the unknown and my coax just up on a small tripod, and then set up a table there in the grass right at the edge of the parking area behind my Tahoe, and that's where I activated off of. And I was there for probably 6 or 7 hours on Saturday, but right down on the southwest corner of the parking lots where I was set up with my antenna running towards the road.
Okay, did you have much noise there?
I did run the noise blanker on my radio. I didn't have any other noise as far as a high noise floor. Everything was pretty good, but I did need to run the noise blanker on my radio.
Okay, I was just curious because I was running a vertical antenna and had S6, S7 noise level there most of the time. The dynamic noise filter was able to knock some of it down, but it was pretty rough, but we did manage to get it activated, so that was a new one of course, for both of us, and a really neat location, really. Anyway, that's all I had. Say 73 to everyone, and send it back to you, Greg. This is K0LAF.
Yep, Charles, I did. I think, of course, I don't think the band conditions were that great today. I know Sean and Jared both did activations today, and it wasn't a great day either. But yeah, I ran my noise filter and the noise blanker both while I was there the whole time. So, but I mean, the conditions weren't horrible for me. They weren't that great, but they definitely were not horrible. Like I said, I stuck it out all day and had a pretty decent activation out of it. So, but anyway, glad you got to make it out there and get it activated. So that's the end of our list so far. We'll go ahead and call out for any more on-air check-ins. Please call now.
Zero RWD.
I missed the first letter on your call sign. I got the 0 RWD, and I should know it by now, but I don't, so.
Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Delta.
That's a little bit better. I should have remembered that one. I remembered the last half of it, couldn't remember the K, and I didn't quite catch it. Anyway, Ron, how you doing this evening?
We had lunch up there, and then I had to get around and get some other stuff done with all the limbs, and I don't know when I'm going to get all those cleaned up, but the thing of it is we get it piled up, and I have so much wind that I can't hardly burn it, but I guess one of these days we can get that taken care of.
Yep, roger that. I wouldn't be surprised if not here before too long. We might have a little layer of snow on the ground or something where you can get that burned off. You come up here and have lunch with Bob today?
That's just about all I've got. Just 7-3s to everybody on the net, and hope everything's going good for everybody. K0 RWD.
Well, thanks for checking in with us, Ron, and hope you have a great rest of the evening and rest of your week. And we will call out again for any on-air check-ins. Please call now. This is KF0LZX taking on-air check-ins for the OARS Tuesday night 2-meter net. Please call now. All right, we'll try one more time. Are there any on-air check-ins for the OARS Tuesday night 2-meter net? Please call now. All right, everybody, we'll wrap this thing up. 12 total tonight, including myself. I appreciate everybody took the time to check in with us. And the next net will be Sean hosting the Thursday night Simplex net at 8 p.m. So if anyone would like to join on the Simplex net, that would be fantastic. And if not, we hope to catch you back next week. This is KF0LZX returning this frequency to normal use.
Thank you.